Today I did something that I have not done in probably at least 15 years. I, without anybody making me or any reason at all, decided I was going to go back to church today. And so I grew up in a Presbyterian church, and that's actually the church that I went back to today. And, I don't really remember religion being what I see it being represented as today, right? Like on the news and stuff, you see, religion has been weaponized, and it is, just in my perspective is it's become so much more about what everybody else does and not what you are responsible for doing as a human being. So rather than, the church I grew up in was I'll give you an example. Why am I so passionate about letting folks across the border? Because I've been to the Mexican border twice with that church on mission trips. And I was 14 and 15 when I went for the summer, and just a couple weeks in the summer. And we built houses for people who were living in homes made of pallets. So that's just a little representation of the kind of church that I grew up in. So for years I didn't go. For me, it was more so like an emotional thing. I lost some people very close to me that as soon as I step in that church, it was too emotional for me. I went for a Christmas service many years back, and I had to hold back tears the whole time. It was tough. So I just didn't go, right? And I've always been this person where I'm pretty sure God lives in my heart or whoever. I'm more of a universe person. I don't know. It's hard these days. But, I just do good to the world, and that's what it's like to be a Christian. So today I go into this church, right? And I've seen them online, and, the pastor, he's been vocal during this election stuff, not in terms of trying to sway anybody's vote or anything like that, but more so we're here, we support you, we support our LGBTQ community, we support minorities. We support people from other countries because God didn't see borders, and, feed thy neighbor and just help people, right? What I remember church being. And so I just feel so fulfilled today. The sermon was about a pastor who stood up against Hitler, because it's what God would have wanted, right? And so, I don't know, I just feel like I need to share this, especially if you're in the Woodbridge area and you have thoughts and feelings like me, and you're looking for a safe space to create a community that's not going to judge you. Because I had a talk with the pastor afterwards, and I told him, I said, listen, I don't really know how I feel about God right now. I just don't know, because that's the truth. I don't know. And, what he said, the things he said back was that's okay. It's okay. You don't have to be a firm believer to be here. If you're trying to do good in this world, we welcome everybody. And so, and then talking with some of the people, catching up with them, because there were so many familiar faces, and, having those conversations where have you been? Did you just move back? And I'm like, no, I'm actually here. I just had to pull myself away from religion, especially in the last probably 10 years or so, because what I saw of it was ugly, but my faith in humanity has been restored. Just to know that this one church and this one pastor is really out here speaking what I was taught that God stood for, and that's helping people and not judging people and doing good for others, and just those kind of things. It just completely warmed my heart. So if you're in a similar situation and you're local, I'm happy to share with you. It's First United Presbyterian Church of Dale City. You're welcome. Anybody's welcome. Yeah, I just feel huge relief today.